Yes, welcoming each and everyone back to this new segment of Glimpses of the Glorious Past. We welcome each and every one of you, whether you are viewing us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or any other social media platform. We welcome you. In this segment, if you do not already know, we go through the years since the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism started his public life, and we visit the various activities and contributions performed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revived the Sri Kailasa nation, and through this only Hindu nation, enlightenment ecosystem, civilizational nation, he is making Hinduism available to the world, making sure that each and every one of us can contribute, can be contributed by the various dimensions and sciences made available to humanity by Paramashiva in the Vedas and Agamas, as well as protecting Hinduism from the persecution that it has been going through for the last thousands of years. So without any further delay, we'll jump into today's first segment of first year of today's segment. Starting with the year 2006, on the 21st of February. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, arrived in the Adinam in Duarte, Los Angeles, USA, to commence the first world tour of that year. During his stay, he inspected all the deities and the vahanas and made sure everything was adhering with the utmost integrity to the Vedic standards. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has toured around the globe many times, establishing various adinams and centers in various cities worldwide, successfully building the foundations for the Kailasa nation. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in Los Angeles. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has traveled around the world many times, making himself available to devotees, disciples, delegates, followers, wherever they are around the globe, not only making himself available, but through that allowing the growth of the various embassies around the world, the Sri Kailasa embassies, making the work of the Supreme Pontiff available and useful to the people wherever they are. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism inspecting some of the deities and the vahanas, the vehicles on which the deities are made available. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving the temple-based ecosystem through the Sri Kailasa nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism grew up in the ecosystem of Tiruvannamalai around the sacred hill of Arunachala. And his mission is to make this ecosystem available to each and everyone who wishes to experience that and to express the science of living enlightenment through growing and being groomed inside such an enlightenment-focused ecosystem.
We are now entering into the 21st of February 2007. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism inaugurated and blessed the business of the devotee. The generosity of the Paramavatara himself, of model himself, doesn't have any boundaries. Every time it comes down to our level just to bless us and allow us to be part of his life. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism blessing one of the shops of the devotees and healing and blessing, giving the boons to all the people who have come to the shop. And here we can see beautifully, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is not just saying that everyone has to become a sannyasi and come and only then he'll give the blessings to them. But to anyone, whether it is a sannyasi or grihastha, whether they are being an adinavasi or they just want to be in their own homes and follow the teaching of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism does not put any restrictions, does not put any preconditions for giving the blessings and boons to anyone who just wants to follow the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, to anyone who just wants to contribute to Hinduism, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is available and gives all his time, energy, and life to make sure that that person achieves the enlightenment, that person achieves the eternal state. So we can see here in one such instance where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is blessing one of the devotee, even in the material world, to achieve success, to achieve the highest state of happiness and bliss in their field of activities.
Entering now into the year 2009 on the 21st of February. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave a Kalpataru darshan in the city of Hosur in Tamil Nadu and initiated the attendees into the Shaktipada and the Shaktinipada of Paramashivam simply through his darshan. Thousands of people have gathered in order to receive the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where he attended tirelessly and with the utmost patience and compassion to the request of each and every one. So here we can see one of the major dimensions of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism when it comes to his compassion towards each and every one of us, towards humanity and human beings. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism not only makes himself physically available, as his physical presence has a tremendous impact and helps in various ways tremendously when it comes to our enlightenment and us experiencing higher frequencies and higher states of consciousness, vertical time zones. But he, with utmost patience and compassion, he listens to each and every one of us, to our requests, our prayers, our requests for boons. He performs healings, miracles, and everything which is required for us to experience the richness of Hinduism and at the same time having our reality caused by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, wherever he goes, whatever program he may attend, he always makes himself available and gives an opportunity to each and every follower, devotee, disciple, delegate to express whatever they wish to express to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and he attends to them, he causes their reality, he makes sure that each and every one gets attended to. Like that, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revived the Sri Kailasa nation and is bringing Hinduism back on the map. He's bringing Hinduism, the authenticity of Hinduism to the surface and protecting Hinduism from the persecution that it has been suffering for now thousands and thousands of years.
We can now see the year 21st of February 2010. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism presided over the Nithyananda program and gave darshan to the thousands who came to attend the convention. The Nithyananda program was specifically designed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where he took the delegates through 7 different meditation processes in order to clear their 7 energy bodies from their deep ingrained patterns. So here we can see, if you have been following us for the past few days, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism began the Nithyananda program on 2010 in February, and this day the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is giving the darshan to each and every participant, healing them of their patterns and awakening the Kundalini Shakti by removing the blocks in the 7 chakras, in the 7 energy bodies, and taking away all the blocks, taking away all the patterns that the people have accumulated over the years. So here we can see one such instance where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is helping the people, assisting thousands of people who have come for the meditation programs and giving the breakthroughs to each and every single one of them in whatever way they need in their lives.
Let us now visit the year 2011 on the 21st of February. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda Paramashivam, shared that whatever we think as our life is nothing but illusionary suffering and delusionary joys, and that when we understand that a deep, restful awareness will happen in our system, which will go on inspiring us to be alive and to live and share life with everyone, he further encouraged everyone to continue the intense and Kriya practice, as well as going out and inspiring others about these truths that he is teaching. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained that by doing this, the disciples would eventually see their blocked logic being removed and the questions raised by others eventually clearing their own doubts and bringing them to a greater understanding. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting the Nitya Satsang, the presidential address, and at the end of the address, blessing each and every devotee who came physically to see and to listen to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Again, another display of how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism attends to each and everyone, reaches out to each and everyone in order to cause their reality, in order to make them experience the oneness with Paramashiva. So before moving on to the next year, we'll be taking a short break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for the further years of today's segment.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity.
I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to Kailasa. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside.
Sorry for the technical glitch. Welcoming back all the viewers watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, and the various social media platforms. We are now entering into the day 21st of February 2013. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism started the day by presiding over the morning Pratyaksha Puja, followed by the presidential address, the Nithyananda Satsang, the Dailavatar program, the Nirahara Samyama, third level, 8th day, and the Sarvadarshan. After these tightly packed routine, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism went on to conduct the 5th day of the Inner Awakening program.
Entering now into the year 2014, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on this day explained that the best way to internalize the Master's words is from a space of completion. The Paramavatara of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, further shared that when the Master hits our patterns, he does it out of love for us. But if we do not complete these patterns, these incompletions eventually turn into doubts and confusions, and after that, even the truths in the Master's words cannot penetrate us. So in this address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expands on the importance of coming back to the space of completion to allow the guru-disciple relationship to raise, for us to be freed from doubts and confusion, so that the truths that the Master reveals will be able to be internalized and radiated by the disciple. Inviting each and everyone to go on Nityandapedia on the 21st February 2014 and listen to the address and grasp the importance and have the cognitive shift towards experiencing the space of completion in everything that we do in our life.
Now we are entering into the 21st of February 2015. On this day, 7 years before, during the day's presidential address by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continued with the Upanishad series of Living Advaita. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained that the Upanishads are the Dharma, declaring its authority and authenticity by itself. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism further shared that he wanted the Bidati Nityanandeshwara temple to be a golden temple, mainly to engrave the whole Upanishads in golden letters. Because the Upanishads, it is the cosmos declaring its authority, cosmos revealing its authority and authenticity. So here we can see the pictures of the Nityananda Satsang and also the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism giving the energy darshan to the inner awakening participants. And during the satsang, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism beautifully explaining about the golden temple. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has begun the construction of the world's largest golden temple for Paramashiva. And here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism giving the context and giving the vision for the golden temple. And if you want to contribute to Paramashiva's golden temple, if you want to become a founding member of the Kailasa, you can message in the social media platforms to become a Sarvajñapita Yajaman. The Sarvajñapita, which is the rough English translation, means all-knowing seat. And Yajaman means the one who is standing by the truth, the one who gives. And if you want to contribute for this cause, if you want to become a Sarvajñapita Yajaman, you can put it in the chat and our acharyas will be happy to help you manifest the Sarvajñapita Yajaman for you to have the great punya of contributing to this world's largest Hindu golden temple. Let us now see the various happenings of the 21st February 2015.
Govinda. Nithyananda Govinda, Nitya Purivasa Govinda. Nithyananda Govinda, Nitya Purivasa Govinda. Nithyananda Govinda, Nitya Purivasa Govinda. Tirumalavasa Nitya Puresha.
You feeling life is not letting what you want to happen in your life. For example, you always wanted health, but life is never letting that happen to you. The very information being given to you, the hope being generated in you, that health is possible, wealth is possible, is a solid proof life is supporting you. Otherwise, even that possibility will not be informed to you. Only when you understand the tons and tons of ways life is supporting you, you will also decide to say yes to life. Life is painted on the canvas of Tatastu.
We have 3 centers in UK, usually on a weekly or 2 weekly basis. We have our own local programs that we do, whether it's completion or it is, like I said, Lakshmi Puja or Guru Puja, introducing Swamiji and the significance of having Swamiji in our life, you know, what it means to have him, why a guru. In London especially, doing our best to introduce the Vedic culture. You know, it has such a strong win-win quality to it, lifestyle which created a win-win for everybody that was using it. Whatever Swamiji teaches, it creates that win-win atmosphere. So we're doing our best to bring that back, use that, introduce that to the Western world. So we have, I actually work with Netherlands, Croatia, then Italy is a new upcoming center that we are working with. Then we have Denmark, Norway. I also work with New Zealand and Fiji. So like that, we have about 10 to 12 countries that I'm working with alongside with London, introducing Swamiji's teachings, introducing the Vedic culture and the significance of it for creating exactly what you want in your life. Definitely working on having a temple in London. So the plan is to have that by the end of the year. For me to be part of it is really, really exciting.
How Markandeya did, even when Yama came, he held on to the spiritual power, to the soft power of holding Shiva. He still didn't leave his spiritual power. That's what I understand by standing up even when death happens to you.
When you have a desire, you can fulfill it by creating a space, right? When you create a strong space for something to happen, it will get fulfilled, right?
What I feel is you have to create a strong space and take responsibility for the space you created. Just by creating a space, nothing will happen. You have to take the responsibility for the space you created.
Swamiji said, when we have like hopefulness inside us, it's because life is seeing a hope in us. That's why we even feel that. But what I understood is that's like having expectation on us, right? But once Swamiji said expectation is wrong, expectation is violence. So, can you explain?
What I feel as hope is trusting. Life trusts that you can do it. And expectation is something different. Expecting is like, what I feel is you're bound to do it. From when you expect something from someone, it is like you have to do it. That's how we are telling it. That's how I understand. But hope.
Entering now In the year 2016, on this day's presidential address by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, he revealed the master truth that it is the Shakti, energy, intensely being alive and active that makes us understand and realize all the truths he previously taught. This was the day 18th of the Inner Awakening Convention, and the Kailasa embassies from across the globe participated. Seattle, Singapore, New York, Adinam, Melbourne, Slovakia, Kuala Lumpur, Guadeloupe, Toronto, Malaysia, Hyderabad, Dubai, Los Angeles, London, and more. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism that explained to everyone that immaturity is that zone where we think we have done too much or too much is expected of us when we collapse or not at all completely. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanding on what is the space of immaturity and what are the various conclusions or thought currents we cherish when we are in that immature space, helping us to move out of that space and come back to a space of completion, of maturity, allowing us to be more and more active in our life in order to manifest intensely the reality we wish to experience for ourselves.
Moving on to the year of 2017, on the 21st of February, during this day's presidential address by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, he initiated countless Kailasa delegates, diplomats, and disciples into the living Sadashivoham process. This day began with delegates taking part in the ritual known as Rudrabhishekam. Afterwards, they were initiated into the sacred Vishesha Diksha and initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism into the science of alchemy products. So here we can see the beautiful happenings of the day of the 21st of February 2017, where we can see the first event of the day was the Rudrabhishekam, the offering of sacred bath to the 21-foot Ananda Linga in the Vaidya Sarovar in Adi Kailasa Sarvanya Pitha. And after that, we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism performing the Vishesha Diksha. Vishesha Diksha is the level 2 initiation of the Shiva Dikshas, where the disciple is now empowered to have the blessings of worshipping Paramashiva. Only after taking the Vishesha Diksha is one eligible to perform the Shiva Puja, the worship to Paramashiva, both in the Atmartha, which is the self-worship, and in the Parartha Puja, the worship in the sacred public temples. Let us now see the various happenings of the 21st of February 2017.
Listen carefully. These interconnected happenings is what I call ups and lows. This is your chemistry. A simple horror movie clip, not losing the highest states you experience through the spiritual alchemy products is the speciality of the Sadashiva. That is a speciality. That's a uniqueness of this Sadashiva. A properly organized, arranged alchemy products. Literally, the life energy of Sadashiva, bioenergy of Sadashiva is getting prepared with the whole spiritual alchemy products.
Abhishekam was offered to Nithyanandeshwara Sadashiva and Nithyanandeshwari Adi Shakti in the Garbha Mandir of the Bengaluru Adinam. Deities that have received prana pratishta by an incarnation holds a tremendous amount of conscious energy and are equivalent to hundreds or thousands of alchemy products. Having a devotional interaction with these deities brings a tremendous amount of healing in the muscle memory and biomemory. Such healing is necessary for us to be ready to receive and hold the energy of enlightenment. Such is the purpose and power of alchemy products. Swamiji shared that we have to be polished again and again, like rocks being polished by the flow of Ganga, in order to finally reach the banks as a Shivalinga.
Shivoham, Shivoham, Nithyanandoham, 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 Shivoham, Shivoham.
This IA called Sadashivoham 2016 is something of a multi-mega form. Everything is multiplied by 100. The alchemy products, the food, the organization, how everything has been updated to the 4th level, I would say. 2nd level will be less. It is like a loving father preparing us and giving us all the possibilities, spiritual and worldly. Then you go back, we are successful in all matters of our lives.
We're now entering into the 21st of February 2018. During this day's presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared that we should be giving life to the thought currents that give life to us. On this day, a large celebration for Nithyanandeshwari Brahmotsavam, for Rajarajeshwari Brahmotsavam to take place, and the Nithyanandeshwara Sadashiva Devasthana Abhishekam was also offered to Swayambhu Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivam. Also highlighted on this day was the ongoing making of the traditional wax model for the Sadashiva Murti with 5 heads, 10 hands, and with Devi Parashakti on his lap. From around the world, Kailasa delegates took part and shared their experiences of manifesting powers in their daily life after being initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism during the Mahasadashivoham convention. Let's now take a few moments to see the various happenings of the day of the 21st of February 2018.
Consolation is not completion. Completion is for courageous people. All thought currents runs in front of us. We decide to which thought current we should give life. We decide to which thought current we should give life. Be adult and give life to the thought current which will give life to you. Understand, for anything you give life and that gives life to you is dharma. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha means, the statement has two meanings. One, If you protect dharma, dharma will protect you. Dharma is which protects you when you protect it. It is definition of dharma also. It is not only the quality of dharma explained, it is a definition of dharma also.
नित्योऽहं शिवोऽहं नित्यानन्दोऽहं नित्योऽहं शिवोऽहं नित्यानन्दोऽहं नित्योऽहं शिवोऽहं नित्यानन्दोऽहं नित्योऽहं शिवोऽहं नित्यानन्दोऽहं नित्योऽहं शिवोऽहं नित्यानन्दोऽहं
I'm loving manifesting Shaktis because during my daily life, I'm actually able to have the capacity to integrate it into my daily living standards. I'm able to connect with the integrity and the time and make time work on my side. Actually, I'm able to manifest even things that have to do with my physical looks. I've made my hair grow longer, made myself look prettier. I've made myself smell divine with the fragrance that we learned. I've made so much fun things for myself, but because of all of these fun things, they all come from a powerful cognitive shift that I've had here, and then it manifests as power in the outer world. So I've been able to do a lot of fun things that were direct result of having a shift consciously, a super conscious shift.
Entering now into the year 2020, on this day, 2 years ago, during the presidential address by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, he expounded on the cosmic principle of Tyaga. In this address, he explained to his delegates in attendance that Tyaga is not renunciation. It is the ultimate resource. It is a power. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism defined Tyaga explicitly and shared that if one asserts oneself in the ultimate reality, continuously cognizing I am Paramashiva, one will not have silly fears, greed, and confusions, and that will be simply manifesting Paramashiva. So inviting each and everyone to listen to this presidential address by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on the powerful cognition of Tyaga and how Tyaga can raise our life drastically and very quickly. So inviting you each and everyone to go on Nithyanandapedia on the 21st of February 2020 and listen to this address by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
On the 21st of February 2021, during this day's presidential address by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, he made an official visit to Kailasa, Los Angeles via an e-tour. This official visit was part of a worldwide e-tour by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, adhering to the World Health Organization guidance on retaining ourselves to quarantine and social distance. Kailasa's Department of Broadcasting facilitated the e-tour, bringing the Hindu diaspora in Los Angeles closer to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The de facto spiritual embassy Kailasa in Los Angeles received the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism at 9:40 a.m. IST, along with a few hundred Kailasa delegates, diplomats, disciples, and guests via Kailasa's official digital space. The e-tour was truly a blessed moment for each and every Kailasian, and as it had been 11 years since the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism visited Kailasa and Los Angeles physically. So here we can see the auspicious happenings of the 21st of February 2021. And with that, we come to the end of this beautiful segment, the glimpses of the glorious past. And we thank each and every one who have joined us in this segment, going over the years with us and being in the Leela Dhyana of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, of the Master, and imbibing all the sacred truths, all the experiences, all the happenings over the years. We will now be moving on to the next segment, which is the initiation, the Nithyananda Satsang by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. I request all the participants to please stay tuned for the initiation and sit straight, close your eyes, and have your authentic listening to the sacred secrets revealed in the Nithyananda Satsang.